Good morning. I have my first full tea of the day. Of course, I had my matcha shot already. This is actually a jasmine green tea. So it's like a green tea scented with jasmine flowers, and it's from the brand Taylor's of Harrogate. It is a British brand. One of my friends from here sent me a sampler of their teas like a couple years back, and my husband loved it and we repurchased a few times. It's really basic. It's just a green tea with jasmine and I really like it. The set that it came in was like all different kind of more traditional teas. Like there was like an Assam tea, a Earl Grey, an English breakfast, lemon and orange black tea, and then this was the only green tea. And it's great. This is my last tea bag of it, and I really need to repurchase tea soon. I'm all out of all my favorites. Like a lot of these tins are empty. Maybe I'll show you guys later what's empty, because I kind of feel like making a change, and I don't know if I should get into it now or later, but some things have been happening that are bumming me out. I guess I'll get into it now. So as you know, December, I uploaded a new video every day, and most of the days involved my Sips by Advent calendar or Sips by boxes. They really spoiled me all throughout December and sent me like a ton of stuff, ton of tea, and I was so happy. Like Sips by was my dream collaboration. I applied to collaborate with them a while before they ended up reaching out to me, but I still remember like the day that they followed me on Instagram and I was like, oh my God, and I was so excited. And then they reached out to me and asked me if I'd be interested in receiving boxes and talking about them on my channel. And I was like, oh my God, this is like a dream come true. I got a box in October, November, and then December, just craziness, like that Advent calendar and tons of boxes. I got my December box and everything. And then last month I got my Galentine's tea box, which I like signed up for around Christmas, I think. Like they asked me to pick which like special boxes I want, and one of them was the Galentine's tea. So I picked that one and they sent me that in January, but I never received like a January discovery box. And I was like, huh, that's kind of weird, but that's okay. So I didn't say anything. But now it's February. We're nearing the end of February. And when I started to see my tea friends receive their February box, I reached out to my point of contact and said, hey, like I haven't been notified if my box is on its way to me. Like if there's an issue on my end, I'd love to solve it because I love collaborating with you guys. And I never heard anything back. So I tried emailing again and I was like, just wanted to follow up and make sure you saw my email. And I heard nothing back again. So I was like, huh, maybe the person I've been talking to like left the company or something. Like sometimes things like that happen. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna just try on Instagram. But I noticed they unfollowed me on both of my Instagram accounts. And my husband was like, well, are you sure they followed you in the first place? And I'm like, yeah, because I was really excited about it. I think I even texted him about it and I was like, oh my God, look who followed me. So at this point, it's been a couple days since I sent a message, and I sent like the same kind of thing, like, hey, I tried to reach out via email. If there's something on my end that I have done wrong or like some technical thing or whatever it is, like if you could just let me know, because I love collaborating with you guys. And I never heard anything back. So at this point, I definitely would have got my box. And I'm wondering like why I haven't heard from anybody, like what happened. So I don't know if I did something that offended them or broke their rules somehow, and they've decided to just end their collaboration with me, which is fine. I'm not like entitled to receiving free tea just because I make videos of their boxes. Doesn't mean they have to continue to send me anything. Like there's no contracts, there's nothing like that. So I mean, it's okay. Like if they've decided to end it, like that's fine. Like I'm okay with it. I'm sad, obviously, but you know, if I want those boxes, I can purchase them. So it's no big deal. But I'm just like wondering what happened. Like I'm wondering like, did I do something? Because maybe it was something I like, an accident, like something I said or something I did that they didn't like, and I'd be happy to apologize if that's what's needed. See, my mind is going crazy thinking like, what did I do? And maybe I didn't do anything. Maybe they just, I don't know, who knows? But they're still following like a lot of my friends, a lot of the people I follow, like other tea Instagrammers and tea YouTubers and things. And so I don't know if I did something wrong. And then I saw that David's Tea is working with them now. So I'm thinking like, is there some issue between me and David's Tea? Because I mean, clearly I'm a big fan of theirs, but they've never sent me anything free. And like, again, I don't expect them to. It's not necessary. It's not what I hope for when I make videos about them. You know, I just love their stuff. It's like they help to really spark my passion for tea. I feel like I sound crazy. Like I truly, like, if I sound crazy here, like, trust me that that's not lost on me. I know this sounds weird, but I'm like, is there something bad between me and David's Tea? Did I offend them? I'm sure there's a simple explanation, but at this point I've tried reaching out 3 times to Sip Spy and I just don't know what's happening. So I might try one final time. I just am wondering, like, did I do something? Like, can I correct it? Like, even if they don't want to send me any more boxes or tea or anything, whatever the issue is, I'd like to correct it because I truly love that brand. If I upset anybody, I like truly didn't mean to. So that's what's going on. I don't want to like assume I did something wrong, but for them to like unfollow me and like want to end their collaboration, I must have. I mean, unless they tell me otherwise, that's reasonable to assume, right? Like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. So I'm sad about that. I'm bummed out about that. But as I've talked about before, it's my dream to have my own tea and teaware company. So it probably doesn't really serve that goal for me to just keep doing so many reviews when, like, ideally, if I was living my dream life, I would be making my own tea and my own teaware and stuff. So I'm working toward that goal, but there's a lot of things that need to fall into place to do that. So I just thought, like, while I'm slowly working up towards that, I could continue doing reviews and things. And I don't know what the next steps will be for me. I hope to hear from somebody. I hope to resolve this is basically what it is. But at the same time, like, I'm gonna have to look on the bright side and be like, okay, if this relationship ends, it's for a reason. And I don't want the reason to be like because I did something bad or I said something wrong, you know? But like, I have to look at it from like, okay, maybe I'm just not supposed to be doing so many tea reviews. Maybe that's not really where my channel should be headed. Like, maybe I should be doing more tutorials and maybe some more vlog style things that aren't necessarily about tea, and lifestyle stuff and food and cooking. You know what I mean? Like, tea is one of my biggest passions, but it's not all of who I am. So I don't know. I'm feeling a little lost. And I'm just trying to make the best of things. So I'm gonna finish my jasmine green tea and we'll see what I end up drinking next. I got something really exciting in the mail and wanted to show you guys. Check it out. This is a sweatshirt of one of the designs I made. Let me see if I can go in the mirror and show you. My husband moved our full-length mirror into the hall and I'm not sure how I feel about it, but I'm really happy with like the way the sweatshirt is. Like, it has these, they're almost like shoelace kind of strings, and I think that's cool, and it has like the metal pieces around here. But this is the design. It's like a tea galaxy design, and it's got like the pocket and everything. I'm pretty happy with how it came out. I just like, I make all these designs on Teespring and then I never really like get them for myself to wear. I really loved this design. I made it right at the beginning of the year and I just I really wanted it. So if you guys like it, you could get one too, designed by me. So it helps to support me if you buy one. I don't think I want to just wear it in the house. Like, I don't think I'm ready for it to become like a house sweatshirt. You know what I mean? Like I have going out sweatshirts and I have wear in the house sweatshirts, and I'd rather this one be a going out one so people can see it and hopefully want one for themselves and help me make my living. So I'm really thrilled with it. I'm gonna change into something else, but just wanted to show you guys. Ate my lunch and made my next cup of tea. This is David's Tea's S'mores Chai. Later in the day, like in the afternoon, I am always sort of craving like something a little darker. So that's why sometimes I make coffee. Today I'm just not in the mood for a coffee. I've been really enjoying iced coffees, but I just was feeling like something hot and I just wanted s'mores chai. So that's what we got. I sent one more message, one more email to the Sips By person and still haven't heard anything. It's been a few hours and honestly, I don't expect to hear back. Sometimes you just don't get any sort of closure. Like sometimes that's just the way it works and that's fine. Whatever I did to make them no longer want to collaborate, I'm sincerely sorry and I wish I could know what it is so I can apologize. I don't know. Earlier this week, I started doing virtual therapy, or like technically it's called mental health coaching. My mental health is pretty good right now as far as mental health goes in times like these. I feel good, like I feel like I'm in control and, you know, good. But like I was saying earlier, I feel a lot of like I feel kind of stuck and I feel sort of lost sometimes. Like it's hard to plan goals right now during this pandemic and everything we wanted to do like fell apart. We got married and that's a blessing because I know a lot of people were supposed to be married in 2020 or even this year and are having to cancel and reschedule or get married without their friends and family. So honestly, like I don't like to even say anything about like hard things I'm going through because everyone is going through stuff and I know a lot of people have it worse. You know, we got married, then my grandparents got sick and we wanted to move to Florida, but instead of moving to Florida, we stayed here and just renewed our lease at our apartment so I could be here to help with anything my grandma needed, anything my mom needed. So we signed on for another like year of our lease. Then my grandma passed away and then COVID hit. So all of the things we like dreamed of doing once we were married haven't been able to happen yet. And it's like we can't really even plan for those things because we just don't know if things will be safe again or when they'll be safe again. And it's like, it's our personal comfort level. So like, I do appreciate everybody's input about like what you guys have done and all of that and what you think is safe. But you know, I've lost 2 family members to this pandemic and it's not even honestly just the pandemic we're worried about at this point. I know by the end of July, the president has said that that's when we'll have enough vaccine doses to vaccinate everybody, and our lease expires in July. So we definitely aren't going to, pretty much definitely aren't going to move to Florida at that point. We are gonna stay here and we have like a couple different things we're thinking of doing. Definitely moving and preferably buying, but we have just like a couple different possibilities and we don't know what's gonna happen. So that's been like really a source of stress for me to not know what's gonna happen and not know what goals to aim for or plan for. But another thing I talked about with my new therapist is about my business, because you know, I started this business in 2020 again, right as the pandemic was beginning. And I had a job then, so I had another source of income, and I was just getting started with my one product, and I planned on making that money back and expanding and being able to invest a little bit in my business, and then like I had to leave my job because of the pandemic. So I just haven't been able to really take any more steps towards that dream. So that's something I'm really planning to focus on with my new like therapy coach person, talking about what small steps can I take? Like what are the steps I could take towards my business and my goals that are safe in the meantime, you know, in the meantime until we get the pandemic under control. I do plan on getting vaccinated the moment it opens to me. I cannot wait until my parents are vaccinated. My grandpa got vaccinated. I feel like I'm sort of shifting the way I'm thinking. I don't have any sort of timeline or anything, honestly, for my business. I do have ideas like what I want to do next. So as far as like making actual tea, it's probably going to be like a little further down the road. But I am sort of feeling like I want to change things up a little on here. I just don't really know yet like what I want to do. I know like I have a video about why I left David's Tea and like what it was like to work there and everything. But like, to be honest, I haven't watched that video in a long time. I don't remember all of what I said, but I did leave out like, I guess, the emotional aspects, and it sounds so dumb. It's just a job, I know. But when I work, right, when I do anything, like I'm not very like money motivated. For me, it needs to be something else too. Like I can't just work any job that I don't like for the money. Like I really struggle with that, and I've struggled like since I've worked with that it's like it's really hard for me to just think about like money and be motivated that way. It has to be like something I'm passionate about. So when I worked at David's Tea, I was like passionate about it. I got that promotion, I was a key holder, then I got engaged and all of that happened, and I was, you know, clearly so excited. We'd been dating like 7 years at that point, Gerald and I, so it was really important to me to be able to spend time together, and he'd work during the day and then I would work till like 10, 11 o'clock sometimes, like depending on who I was closing with. So I asked my boss if I could maybe do 3 closing shifts a week instead of 5, and she straight up said no. And just things that really hurt me, and things like I'm sure I did things that hurt her as well. And I've never really talked about like how like deeply hurt I was. It was actually like really sad for me and really hard for me to leave that job. But I really felt that like for my happiness in my life, I really didn't have much choice. It wasn't going to work out in a way that accommodated like what I needed, and I wasn't gonna sacrifice like the short time that we get to be engaged. So like all of this stupid stuff, like thinking about like Sip Spy and all of that, like it's bringing up all of those feelings for me, because I'm like, what could I have possibly done? And then I see that they're working with David's Tea, and I'm like, maybe David's Tea doesn't like me. But like, I know it's not. I know it's so dumb. But I just feel like it's like reopening old wounds that like I don't want to think about these things anymore, you know, like it just brought up these feelings. I think it's important for me to get creative, sort of shift gears and move forward with my business and with my channel. So maybe look at things a little more critically. So that was a lot of words. But yeah, I feel excited, even though like there's sad stuff, there's sad feelings coming up. I know that like this isn't it for me, and you know, I look forward to having a tea business someday, and if it's not exactly what I'm picturing now, like that's okay too. I've been doing like business research and things like that, whatever I can do with what I have, and it's been fun. So I'm gonna hop into that kind of stuff and do some like sort of like worky things and some research and whatnot, and finish my s'mores chai. And we'll see if I drink another one this afternoon. I think Gerald's getting off early today from work because we're going to celebrate his little sister's birthday, my little sister-in-law. She's turning 8. He'll be home soon. I don't know if I'll squeeze in another cup of tea before then, but we'll see. All right, still waiting on my husband to get off work, so I decided to make myself a cup of Gladys Golden Milk from Steep and Sip Teas. This has like everything I like: cardamom, ginger, turmeric, and it's meant to be made as a golden milk with like milk on the stove, but I like to make it just as like a tea. There's no caffeine in it or anything, but I really love like the feeling of all those grounding spices, so I'm going for that next. And I of course have it steeping in my very own infuser. If you need one of those, it's always in the description box. And I'm gonna let this steep a little bit and then I'll drink that. I thought this is a nicer place to like film my teas because the lighting is better, and plus I have these beautiful flowers that my husband got me for Valentine's Day. So they're a couple days old. There's a couple bad spots, but so beautiful. I loved the colors. There's like this orangey kind of coral and the yellow. It's so pretty. And then this one, like it looks red, but it's actually like a pink, like a magenta. Like there's red ones too, but then, oh, I just love them so much. And also I get to show my pink toaster if I film here. So this is my new little spot that I'm thinking is better. All right, we are home and super tired. So I just want a cup of chamomile, which I feel like is in every one of these videos, but I just love to have chamomile before bed. So I'm gonna try to stay awake long enough to drink a cup of this guy and then off to bed. I hope you all enjoyed my tea I drink in a day for the end of February. Let me know in the comments what you drank today. I hope you and all your friends and families are staying safe and healthy. And I hope you're having a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.